Yeah, we're back, folks, with Mr. Cunny Chris and the one and only Lucky Low as they bring you their gameplay here, guys. Foulmouth Ken hanging out for a little bit here in between frozen ropes, and we're just chilling out. And these guys are playing some Black Ops, which I'm definitely going to get for the PlayStation. I haven't even jumped on. I mean, I'm definitely going to get for the Xbox, but I haven't even jumped on the PlayStation yet and really played Red Dead as much as I want to. But this game's kind of cool.
That kind of sucks because me and Cunny have Red Dead for Xbox and you have it for PlayStation, so we can't go together.
Well, get Red Dead for Xbox as well. You know what I mean?
You're gonna buy it for 2 different consoles?
Yeah, I mean, like, I thought there was gonna be like interplay. Like,
Yeah, there's gonna be.
Well, when the fuck is gonna be? Like, what?
I don't know when. I mean, it's gonna be. I think months from now.
Right. I was telling Chris earlier. I think it's stupid of them to do because they're gonna lose a lot of money. But at the same time, I want that because I want to play.
Yeah, but it's like
people on.
Yeah, come on, like you know, the people that haven't bought PlayStations or Xboxes right by this point now are not gonna buy them anymore. So stop worrying about the crossplay. They're gonna lose money because you can't. You have to go out and buy that system to play with your friend who has an Xbox. Just do the crossplay already. Like, come on. Enough is enough now. Give us the crossplay at least. I mean, these guys come out with maps and all kinds of downloadable shit that you have to pay a lot of money for once you buy a game. You know, like, and all these games, you know, you have to have the latest, you know, packages that they put out and all those things that they put out sometimes. Like, you know, so they know we spend the money on it and we're going to always spend the money on it. Throw us a bone and let's get some crossplay going. What's going on?
So right now we're doing a Blackout. On Call of Duty Black Ops 4. This is the Blackout game. This is pretty much just like PUBG. You have to go against 98 other players on the map.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow you. Try not to go too fast. I'm trying to follow you.
So fucking flying all the way out there.
I'm behind you, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm OJ. All right.
All right, there. I'm right behind you, right above you, really.
All right, I'm going to land into these shacks. All right, so we're against 98, well, right now 85 other players.
So
well,
it's every man for themselves.
Every man for themselves, but this is duos. So it's
now
me and Chris.
Now this style, though, has been, like, really just overly used now, man, in the whole PUBG and, you know, what's the other one?
Well, I think Fortnite, yeah. PUBG kind of set the tone.
Yeah, but I'm
Fortnite
saying, like,
came out.
These 100 men, you know, these 100-player things, they were never around 5 years ago or 4 years ago when we were playing. Like, you know, they didn't have this. They didn't have it where you could, you know, drop in 100 other people and. You know,
I mean, it's exciting.
The
only thing I say
every
is
man for himself, man. It's pretty cool.
Right, it's kind of tough because you have to make it to the circle, and as the circle gets smaller and smaller on the map, if you don't make it in time, when the time runs out, you die. So it's not easy going against almost 100 other people.
All right, well, I'm
get on this fucking vehicle right now.
We can drive this?
We're gonna do a fucking drive-by.
Oh, wait, let me get her. Oh, this is stupid.
Now, right now we're in a circle, and it's gonna get smaller and smaller, and if we miss it, we'll just croak. He's fucking dead.
He's fucking dead.
Oh no, my stream went off again, man.
What?
Oh, you gotta get that fixed.
Dude, what are you doing?
No, the stream's on. I'm saying my... Hold on, let me see if it's... Are you
working on Wi-Fi?
No, see, look, it went back to... Am I working on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it for some reason, I don't...
Chris, you better cover our back.
You need a Cat 6 Wi-Fi.
I know.
I need to upgrade.
I need to upgrade.
Got like a dial-up connection.
You want me to send you a Cat 6 or what?
I'll send you a fucking Cat 10.
Oh. How many footages do you need? Seriously.
A lot. Dude, this guy's in front of us.
50 feet.
There's a guy.
All right, well, get your gun out and fucking kill him.
I have a fucking handgun, bro.
Chris, 100 foot.
You're going to get us killed.
Chris?
What?
100 foot, 50 foot, what?
Yeah, 100 foot.
He's so into the game.
You would need 100 foot?
Yeah, 100 foot, 100 footer, yeah.
Alright, so 100 foot Cat 6 wire, and then We don't have to worry about lag no more. Correct?
Correct.
Now this game is kind of cool because it's like an open world. It's kind of like being in GTA.
Now, Lucky Lowe's gonna explain this game to you. Well, you guys have played it already for 7 months. He's just gonna. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Guys. Sorry.
I don't know. There's people out there that don't want to give these types of games a chance for some reason. I don't know why they don't like it, but I think, it's pretty sick.
I like this game, but people get sick of Call of Duty. They don't like it's old to them, and there's really not that many upgrades when they come out with these games now. It's kind of like what you get.
Yeah, but they actually put more work into the,
but
like
they
the
did a good job on
PUBG
this one,
type.
though. You know what I mean? They did a good job on this one.
They don't have anything like this in the other versions.
I just restarted my
We're
stream.
getting shot at.
Yeah, keep driving because I'm restarting the stream here.
Why don't you take over and drive?
They drive by shooting y'all.
Yeah, you drive. How do I get off this thing?
All right, there we go. Now I'm back up.
This fucking thing is smoking.
Yeah, get off that thing.
Shit.
Get off that thing.
Get off the
Get off the thing.
Hit. What are you doing? Get off it.
I don't know how to get off this.
Hit X.
Get off the thing.
Get on.
Why am I driving?
The fucking thing's gonna explode. Just get on.
Just get on the thing while it explodes.
Stay in that circle.
Get all up in that
Getting
circle.
smaller now.
Getting smaller now.
Yeah, so Ken, we were talking about the rap battles earlier as far as the next round goes and who we thought was gonna advance to the finale.
I heard you mention it.
All right, get off this thing.
Well, I'm excited. I can't help it.
Get off it.
This is something on Foul Mouths that, it changed the game a little bit. Something I'm not
all I hear is you talking about the rap battle and him in the background going, "Get off of it! Get off of it! Get out! It's gonna blow!" And you're like, "And the rap battle's gonna be." He's like, "It's gonna blow up. The house is gonna blow up, and the rap battle's gonna be great. It's gonna be get out of the."
Oh shit! There's a guy right here, Lucky.
There's a guy
I got
in
no
back.
gun, asshole.
Did you just die?
Pick me the fuck up.
Good job.
Oh, I could take you up.
He's fucking dead.
I can take you up.
I could take you up. Fuck does that mean? I could take you up.
All right, shh. I'm getting serious now.
The fuck does that mean exactly? I could take you up. I could take you up.
Holy shit.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
The kill cam. Watch me as I get murked because Chris didn't have my back.
Bro, I don't really usually play this. That's why.
Yeah, I could tell. All right, not too bad. I was number 30 out of 100.
I was number 32.
Well, because you're on my team.
Oh.
We're both number 30.
All right, so what do we do? Leave?
Yeah, we're going to join another one.
All right, back out.
Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Sun Tzu.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this game mode, man. I feel like we should change the game mode.
Game mode?
What would you like to do? What would you like to do, Chris?
I'm a big fan of Nuketown, but that's just me. But
it's a real tiny map. I mean, it's very hard to play as far as camping goes.
You got to step your game up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh. This guy's taking shots. Just say I suck.
You suck.
God.
Just fucking admit it.
Jesus.
What happened?
All right, guys, we're gonna do multiplayer. And
can you guys still hear me?
Blackout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So what's going on? How was Insomniac last night? I missed out.
It was good. It was a good show. We we had a good time.
No battles.
Hold on, my microphone. Hold on.
All right, here we go. Nuketown.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay, good.
We're getting a little feedback though. If you have a television on in the background.
All right, hold on.
All right, look at this fresh match. Look at this fresh match.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mash. Look at this fresh mash.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, thank you for watching the Foul Mouths Network.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to the nation.
You know, guys, if anyone was listening, you know, this is a new concept we're doing here. Brand new idea.
Right. Maybe we'll do a couple different types of games with you guys. Let us know what games you like to play. And if we have it, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, Ken.
What about him?
He's fucking dead. Where's Tommy? I saw Tommy in the chat before, in part 1 of the game stream. And I don't know what happened to him. He said this show was electrifying tonight.
Look at that,
Most
Lucky.
of Tommy's Barber says in the chat, Nuketown is try hard central. Good luck, guys.
I get fucked up 75% of the time. Yeah, well, you might want to watch because I'm about to turn beast mode on. I'm about to turn beast mode on.
Yeah.
About to turn beast mode on.
About to turn beast mode on.
That did.
About to turn the beast mode on.
Taking control.
Yeah.
Ken, you need to get this game. I don't know why you don't have this game yet.
I don't know. I just didn't get it, man. I just got the
You
Xbox.
got Red Dead Redemption.
I
But
got-
not Call of Duty.
I got the Xbox a couple of weeks ago.
You got a guy in the window. Let's get a little backup, Chris. What do you think?
Ruin.
He's
Grit
dead.
down.
Or just let me get killed.
Chris is typing.
Bro, come on, man. I'm in the zone here, man. You guys talk.
You know,
I didn't ask you to talk. I asked for some backup.
Chris, let me ask you a question. Why the fuck would you want to come online and play video games if you're like, you guys talk? Like, I mean, who the fuck does that?
Oh, yeah. Got that motherfucker.
Weirdo.
Fucking
Let's see if we
weirdo.
can get a teabag, guys. What do you think?
Freak,
Little
dude.
teabag this guy's face.
Eliminated
Oh,
fire
yeah.
break.
Where are you, Lorenzo? Oh, okay, I see. I'm right behind you.
He's gone.
Fuck.
I hear
Going
it.
towards the corner right now.
I hear him one more time.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. Don't stop doing it.
I'm excited to hear comments. I know he went on earlier and he was telling everybody about it.
He was?
Yeah, he made a live stream.
Nice, Mr. Tommy.
Who
Tommy went on his channel and told everybody?
wants to know if the donations are on or not? He said donations not on question.
They are indeed on.
Mhm.
The dodos are on.
Chris, what the fuck, man?
I don't even know where you are.
That's the problem.
You know, Chris, I don't like your attitude when you play games, bro.
Getting snippy tonight.
Yeah, I don't like it, dude.
Oh, stop.
I don't
I'm in the zone.
Very serious.
like it. I think this is not. I don't like this side. Here.
Dangerous territory.
I don't like this side.
We don't want to see another fight. It's gonna get ugly.
I'm trying to get beast mode on. That's all.
System available.
I'm talking to be.
Profit KIA.
You motherfucker!
UAV available for tasking.
Lucky Low is. You scumbag. Lucky Low.
Vibrate kill.
Fuck, man. I got no ammunition
What does
left.
Tommy say about Lucky Low? I'd love to know. Lucky Low is.
I got no ammo left, guys.
What does Tommy have to say about Lucky Low? He's fucking dead.
Fuck.
Kill, Chris.
I'm 15-4 right now. I'm on fucking fire right now.
Bobby's voice is getting me fucking killed. Headshot. Yeah, baby. Oh, no. I'm going in. I'm taking this. Is.
Hi, Vikings fan. You're a piece of shit. Hi, Vikings fan. You're a piece. Lucky Low is cock.
Fuck.
You motherfucker.
In the train, Chris.
I got
Triple kill.
Where's the fucking backup when you need it?
Expired. Kill.
Oh!
Yo, Tommy, what's up? It's Chris. What happened in Minnesota? Yeah, I know, but no, I understand, but like, what happened exactly?
Fuck.
What... Okay, I understand, but like, what fucking?
We gotta win it.
Is that he's fucking...
Yeah, I went beast mode on it. Cunny Chris. King Copernicus right here.
Fan Mouse Live. Cunny Chris. Check it out, yeah. Minnesota, go grab yourself another Coca-Cola and a bag of Fritos, you Frito-Lay fat motherfucker. My jokes are getting old.
But not as old as you with your crusty ass old man juice.
Sloth, I'm surprised you still
Even have a jaw with the shit that you talk.
like me. You're so fat you can't see your knees, let alone your small dick. You couldn't handle your bitch, so she left. It's understandable. You're like a half a man with a bitchy attitude. You lack the aptitude to understand the words that I'm speaking. Right now your brain's leaking. Coming on my show screen.
Chris,
Yeah,
so how'd you guys do that round?
I killed it.
He actually won. I mean, Chris did amazing. He played a replay of Chris at the end.
What did you do there?
I went 21-8.
Nice.
I think we're gonna do a little hardcore domination.
Oh, come on, man. I just got on a roll.
All right, we'll do another new town.
People are stupid.
Fuck you, Tommy.
People are stupid.
People are stupid.
I just got on a roll here, and you go, okay, now I got to change it.
Fuck you.
This is what the people want to see. They want to see Nuketown.
This guy thinks he's ready to join FaZe Clan already.
They already asked me to be in. Just for that, now I pick your guy.
Fucking asshole.
Now we're in a half match.
In a half match.
Yeah, it's already fucking.
Ooh. How you like me now?
Oh my god, I hate joining matches halfway in.
In the air.
Taking C. Securing Bravo.
So Ken, what games do you play on PlayStation?
You count from this and win the next round. Charlie lockdown.
Is that so?
Nah, I've been playing the Red Dead here and there. I don't get much time to play. Like, when I do get time to play, I can only play for like 20, 30 minutes, and then
Right.
it's like, it's a bit hectic, man. But when I do get a better setup, and I'm not broadcasting in my living room, and I can actually sit down and play the game and relax, and
What do you think of the Red Dead Redemption campaign so far?
I love it, dude.
Not over. Go again.
I kind of got pissed off the fact that it didn't have multiplayer.
Yeah, I was pissed about that too, man. The first night I had it, I'm like, what the hell is the multiplayer?
Right.
Nowhere to be found.
But I think they just want everyone to get accustomed to the game first before everybody starts playing multiplayer.
Yeah, but they said that. They said that before the game came out.
I didn't know.
I told you that before you bought
Where did
it.
they say that? Where did they say it? On the news?
On the news.
But you said they said it, so where did you hear that? On the news?
Yeah, they announced it. They announced it that they were, you know.
What did you hear at GameStop?
All right, just focus on the game here, all right?
Oh man, you can't multitask. Holy shit, this guy's got a fucking flame torch.
World War II.
I just got cooked. Oh shit.
So the rap battle continues this Wednesday. Somebody's hitting me up right now asking me, can you please explain it? I just started watching the live stream, and what's the deal for the competition? I saw that you didn't do one Saturday. Blah, blah, blah. I normally watch you the next day that you mentioned. Okay, so basically, Heistman went away.
Right now, a lot of people are saying he went away. Everybody want to know what happened to him. How come he didn't have the rap ready to go yet?
Yeah, so
The guy went on vacation. I mean, it's not a big deal.
no.
ADTR said in the chat, "Sup, Drew? Saw your show last night, especially the ending. That was awesome. I want to know what happened. What happened at the ending? What happened during the show? I mean,
Wait, what are you talking about? Drew show?
yeah.
I can tell you what it was.
What happened?
He barred Scott for life.
Scott McKinnon?
Yeah, and he basically, and then he returned, and then you know what he did, Drew? Drew returned
Why
Scott's
does it always have to be wrong?
because, man, he's brought up a million times, you know what I mean, on their live streams, you know what I mean? So it's like he is defending himself.
Wait, so just because he was in a live stream, he banned him for no reason, or how did it happen?
Oh, I think that there was something like he started bringing up drama bullshit surrounding, like the show was going fine, everybody was happy, it was moving along, it was almost over, I guess. And then I guess Scott came in and said something in the chat, did something or whatever. I don't know the details of all of it, but and then supposedly, Drew was like, enough, is it.
Dude, you got us into a match where this guy's 74-8, 49, 67-4.
Yeah, Chris, it's my fault.
It is. You
I
shouldn't.
use that.
You shouldn't have backed out of that match. We were.
I'm getting fucking nuked to death. This guy, American Kyle, is a fucking beast.
Yeah, I mean, it's over.
All right, we just got C back. We have a chance. It's 179 to 117,
Yeah, they're doing that on purpose
and we're about to lose.
Why?
because they want the match.
Choppers all over.
They want the match to last longer.
Right in the fucking face. Holy shit. See, that's cheap with the helicopter. That's the only fucking thing I don't like about the game. It shouldn't be allowed in the respawn area. Right in the fucking neck. How the fuck is your neck? Fucking teabag the shit out of this guy's face. Going for C.
Motherfucker.
Scumbag. That's a glitch.
That was.
This guy fucking halved.
The fuck was that?
This guy is a fucking hacker.
No, they're not hackers. They were just better.
I'm just joking.
Hackers.
They're not hackers. They're just better. Obviously they're better. They whooped our ass.
Well, dude, look at some of their KDs, bro.
Alright, so that's all that happened last night? It was like a mass ban, and And that was it?
No, yeah, I think like at the end he got an argument and he was pissed
I
off.
was for the juice. Like, I don't know what happened.
Like currently right now, it's like he has him blocked, I guess, and he put out a Twitter basically in the same
show comes on after Insomniac, correct?
What?
Drew's show comes on after Insomniac, correct?
Yeah, for months, man.
It's at the same time as Corrupted.
It comes on the same time as Corrupted.
No, I just want to know, like, why Scott was up in there anyway, because I didn't know. I thought they didn't get along.
It's like their new time now. They're coming on during, Drew's show. So.
Want to do another town, Chris? Let's do another one.
Yeah.
It's getting addicting now.
During Drew's show, so and then they're, listen, you want to nitpick and you want to laugh about something somebody does, or
Dude, that was so bad. That's what I want to know.
You want to fucking say they're a nerd. You want to say this and say that. What?
That's what he said to him?
No, I'm just hypothetically speaking. I'm saying
I gotcha.
You want to say whatever you want to say, you say it, but there's repercussions for everybody who says something. So it's like, okay, you're gonna say whatever you want, so go ahead.
Well, it's like I say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. I mean, everybody has an opinion. Everybody feels some kind of way. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. But when you start to judge other people, that's where it's like drawing the line. Because for me, I feel like, who the fuck am I to judge somebody else? If they want to go fucking hop off a bridge, more power to you. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. So some people, when they analyze a certain situation or what somebody's doing or what they're saying, that's fine. You want to have an opinion, that's great. But when you start to attack somebody because of that, that's where it's like, you should draw the line. I think that's where it starts to get to the point of some people can't handle it. And there is snowflakes in the community. There's no doubt about it. Like, you want to talk shit about me? I don't give a fuck. Talk shit about me all day. But there's people out there that take it to heart. They get very upset and they get emotional and really are doing damage. It's like you're cyberbullying these people without even realizing. Even if these people don't mean to do it, that's just the way some of these people are. And you gotta admit, there is people out there that just can't handle it.
Right.
As far as criticism. When you guys agree, as far as criticism goes, there's people out there that, feel like they're violent. Yeah, great talk. I'm just talking to myself, guys.
You went out, man. I didn't hear you.
No, I said as far as people getting emotional. That we do have some snowflakes in the community.
Yeah, well, listen, last night I spoke my mind on Insomniac. I know you didn't hear about it, but I kind of talked about how Scott, went on to his stream and bashed the shit out of the rap battle. And he basically said, no, the panel voted good. He thanked everybody. He thanked, he said, good luck to Alex Payne. He did all the right things. And then he gets from the show, and then the true feelings flood out. And you know what I'm talking about, because now Scott's going around telling people that Ken tells me one thing in the DMs and then tells me another, on air. But the fact of the matter is, Scott does the same thing. You know what I mean? And you know that. Because he's done it with you.
I mean, I'm cool with Scott. I have no problem with Scott whatsoever. I know how Scott could get sometimes. But at the same time, too, he could be playing a character. He says it himself. He has multiple personalities. You're not going to know who you're going to get next.
Okay, I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm past that. I don't care how many fucking personalities.
Like, as far as what?
No, I'm just saying, there's a lot of misconceptions. I heard these, all of them talk last night. And listen, I don't have a problem with old man Davey knows that. I don't have a problem with Mars knows that. I don't have a problem with YR, he knows that, all I've done for him. I don't have a problem with Scott either, but he makes the problem. He makes the problem.
You're saying he's the one that's creating the issue.
Well, I'll say this. If he wants to be friends with somebody, then you be friends with them. If you don't want to be friends with them, then you don't get to have your cake and eat it too, man. It's either you're friends with a person or you're not.
But don't you think it's kind of hard to tell when people say, oh, I'm just kidding. It's a work. It's not. I'm joking. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. How do you tell?
And he also does that too, man. He also fucking says
But
shit.
he's like mocking it.
But he
You know,
can
more or less.
say that it's a work, and kid around and act like he's kidding. But then when someone else does it, he's quick to call bullshit on it and be like, "Oh, well, that's bullshit. That's not no work. He really did that. He does the same shit, but he doesn't
So
call."
you're saying it's like a double standard. He's being a hypocrite.
Dude, he has a double standard for sure, man. And it's like, you fucking sit there and you talk about all these people with agendas and agendas and agendas. Well, obviously you have an agenda. It's obvious that he has an agenda. Everybody's
Yeah,
got.
but he doesn't deny it. He said like this and that. Like he's not sitting there saying like.
Yeah, so then he has an agenda. Stop fucking calling people out for their agendas when you have one of your own that is so prevalent.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, everybody can see it. Like,
Fuck.
it's like, but and then he's got to expect, like, I don't know what in his mind makes him think that he could go off the handles, say shit to people, act like a fucking idiot, right? And then the next morning wake up and say, all right, I am sorry. Hey guys, look at me. I'm a big man. I'm asking to be, forgiven. I'm a big guy. I'm a big man doing this because only a real man does this. But then he gets accepted back in with no problem. But if somebody else does it, nope. He don't want the apology. He don't want to hear it. He wants to condemn that person for forever. He doesn't.
Listen, as far as that goes, what you're saying,
standard shit.
don't
Right
you
there.
feel like we kind of did keep it at 100, like that whole style of the show?
No, see, there's a big difference between 100 and what they're doing.
Well, wait, I didn't finish yet. I'm just saying, like, when
The
we did
fuck?
keep it at 100, it was like raw. We just went out and said how we felt. We said our opinion. You know,
but
whether people liked it or not.
listen, you know what? I'm not saying
My
one's
God.
better, one's worse. I'm not saying one's better or one's worse. I'm just saying they're two totally different shows. 100
Different cast of people. Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different show.
No, even the premise is different because there is similarities. You know what I mean? Because we went on 100 and like talked a lot of shit about people, but the difference was we didn't know those people personally when we were talking about them.
No, we didn't.
No joke knowing personally. I didn't know, all these other guys.
Do you feel at any point that they attacked people they would consider a friend?
During their shows, you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I've seen it happen. Like I saw it happen a couple of times. Like people.
Let's
who
just be honest. Let's just keep
I
it
thought
real.
they were friends with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a kill.
I don't know. Like I said before, I don't have a problem with any one of the guys. I mean, I don't even have a problem with Scott. But it's like Scott thinks that he can go and make remarks and say what he wants and tell his feelings about things, which he can. He has every right,
That is true.
especially on his
Yeah, I
channel.
had to do that because Young stole my fucking he's lover, so I had to just say that.
But anyway, it's like he thinks, for some reason in his mind, he thinks like he can talk about things and give his, take on it, and no one else can. Like, oh, God forbid if I
saying,
show it.
whatever he says, that's the way it is, and he doesn't want to hear anything.
Well, like last night, I went on my show. We went on the show, and I started talking about the rap battle comments that he made. And then, of course, he's like, well, why the fuck is he doing that? He tells me one different thing in the DMs, and then another different thing when we're on air. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm telling you the same exact
I
thing.
can't comment on last night because I did not get to listen to the episode yet, so I don't want to comment on that. But I can comment as far as like Scott himself, from what I know, how he is already. But I didn't see the episode, so I don't know what happened.
Well,
Dude, what the fuck
But,
is...
I mean, if you want to tell us what happened, go ahead.
Dude, what's going on right now? What is this?
Right now they have like this fucking, they're shooting like nukes and missiles and machine guns and fuck.
What? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So then that was the deal after that. Like Scott, I guess now I guess he thinks we're not friends maybe now, and that's fine. Whatever you want, whatever you want to do. But he always got to bring up the fucking DMs. It always goes back to I got the DM. I got
the thing,
the DM.
Ken. It's like
I got the DMs.
you're saying you're friends, but I'm asking you like I did earlier, like when people say, oh, I'm pissed off at you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. It's a work. It's not a work. It's hard for people to tell where somebody stands.
Yeah.
How do you take that serious? Or how do you take somebody serious when they say, oh, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Which is it? it's used so much. I feel like it's been abused to the point where people don't even know if they could trust somebody or not.
Yeah.
Because you gotta admit, if we're gonna keep it real, that people use that as a scapegoat just to get out of shit.
What?
Katie's Pussycat said in the chat, "Let me guess, you were all talking about cock McSkinnon."
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Good guess.
Good job.
Anyway, but yeah, so I made a comment about the rap thing. I took offense to it, and he's on there going, you know, he even told me about this. Number one, it's funny. He's on there making fun of like what I'm saying and like how I say things, and he's like, you know, sometimes you don't even talk right and stuff. And I'm like, this motherfucker is saying that I don't talk right sometimes. Like my words get bunched up, or you know, like that's what he's called me out for. I'm like, this guy, with the way that he talks is gonna call me out on how I talk. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, really? Because he's just a fucking. It's so sad. He just when he's lit and he's drinking, he will say anything that comes to his mind, anything at all that pops in that noggin. He's gonna fucking say. He doesn't think of it beforehand. You know.
Shit, I just got shotgun down.
And then a day or two later, it's, you know, I made an ass of myself, and I'm sorry, man, and I'm sorry.
Well, that's the problem. You guys fight, and then you, like, make up, and it's like
I don't
married
fight.
couple.
I don't fight, man. I haven't fought with the guy in the longest time. I don't fight with him.
You know, you guys, it's like the same thing with other people. Letting people get...
that too. He'll probably tell you that too. I don't.
But there is people that try to get in between people in order to fuck up their relationships because they're jealous or whatever reason.
I know something. Mine and Joe's relationship went to shit in this last 4 months that Scott has been like cool with me and Joe.
Are you serious?
It has. It went to absolute shit.
You're saying because of him, though?
I'm not saying because of him. I'm just saying in general, it went to absolute shit to where we were barely even communicating anymore. Like Joe's recently just been saying, I'm cutting myself off. I'm not talking to anybody. Well, I've been doing that for fucking months now. I've been already for fucking months now.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that. We didn't even win, and I get the final kill cam. Look at that.
Rocky relationship for 4 months. Like, I didn't even know it was that long.
Yeah, it was pretty long. That, you know, it was like.
Shout out to Rich, man. Shout out in the chat.
He and this will be the last time I talk about this shit on, because if this was a regular show, I wouldn't be talking about this shit because I don't even want to talk about this shit.
No, this is like behind the scenes, hanging out, playing some games.
Yeah, but
just having a good time.
But yeah, so he was, you know, saying all this shit, Scott, and after our show, and now he goes live during Drew's show. So that's like their new time slot, so to say.
Want to do Nuketown, Chris?
Yeah, but back out of this match though, because these guys are too good.
All right, go ahead, Ken. Sorry.
Yeah, they go live during Drew's time now, so that right there is like, you know, you want to make a show to fuck with people and call people out on their bullshit and talk about things that you like or you don't like inside this fucked up community, or you know, people who have fucked up and what they've done. And
Ken, you know I'm the same way. Like
that's great. You do that, and more.
I'm known for going against the grain, and
and listen, more power to them. I want to see them succeed and have a great time, and I'll watch and I'll love the show and I'll laugh.
It's just a time slot, you know.
Yeah, why would you go to the dude's time slot? Like, what the fuck are you trying to prove?
No, but I'm just saying necessarily, even if it was the same time, I don't see the big deal about it.
It's just, listen, obviously it was done on purpose, right? And like, it's none of my business because it's not my time slot and it's not, you know.
Let me get my guy, Chris.
And they could turn around and say, well, Drew.
Yeah, God, I let you.
They could turn around and say, Drew, he went on during Joe, you know, and stuff. And then in Drew's defense, Drew could say, well, Joe's on Patreon. He's not on regular YouTube. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's all these things where people could all say, well, that's why
it's tit for tat.
Yeah, and it is. It's tit for tat. And you know what? Me and Joe have been doing tit for tat back and forth with each other for the longest time. And you want to know something? Of course, when somebody says, oh, I got DMs and I'm going to play DMs and I'm going to, you know what?
Yeah, that's not right.
Go and play all the DMs you want, because you know what? I'm up front with Joe. And I tell Joe the same shit that I'll say to fucking Scott.
Come on, man.
Or I'm saying the same thing that I'm talking to Drew about something about with Joe. I will say the same thing to Joe's face that I said to them, and I'll say it on air.
Right.
If I'm asked to.
Right, but I'm just saying in general, like, do you think that these people go on and they just don't want to have a good time like everybody else? Or do you think there's really a side agenda to this?
No, I think Davey's having a good time coming on, and he's doing his thing, and he calls things the way he sees it. You know,
I
it's-
see a bunch of people who are from different shows that
No,
want to just have a good time.
the fucked up thing is sometimes like Davey and Mars won't know all the details to something that Scott is just spitting out, and then they'll make a remark about it, but they won't know how to be critical. Man, I wish they knew like the
See, I
real.
don't do that. If I don't see an episode or I don't know what the fuck is going on, I can't comment on it because
I
who the
just
fuck am I-
sometimes I sit there and I'm like, oh, deal. So they would say, listen,
somebody has to say if they
I
feel
think they are, no matter what. I think like if you went to Davey on Mars with the truth, they would fucking embrace the truth, no matter what it is. But you know, listen. The bottom line is, I don't think that Scott can do one show, not one fucking show, without mentioning me or Joe. I don't think he can do it, and I dare him to. I dare him to do one 3-hour show without saying my name or Joe's name.
I can understand where you're coming from as far as if you think that they're mentioning you.
Let him see. I want to see him do that. And you know what? It's not even for, oh, look, I thought of this slick idea. I dare him not to say my name, and he shuts up, and I don't have to hear him talk about me no more. I really don't give a fuck if he talks about me.
Right.
Of course, I'm going to defend myself. And the shit that I think is wrong, I'm going to tell you, hey, I think you're wrong, and this is the way that I see it. And whether that's right or wrong is whatever. I guess we got to figure that out in the shuffle of everything. You know what I mean?
No, but if the shoe was on the other foot and it was them being I mean, he does get mentioned on a lot of different shows as well. So, I mean, you got to kind of put the shoe on the other foot in that aspect for Scott because
I don't mention him.
No, it's not that even if you mention him, whether he's fighting somebody or somebody's fighting with him on a phone line or talking about him, you know, he does take a lot of heat himself in that aspect.
Well, listen, it's just like the rap battle thing, man. You go and you're like, I called it. I knew that these people would be donating against me, but yet you put them in your song, calling one guy.
Cunny.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
You got to get your stream back up, Cunny.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead, Ken.
Dude, this is frustrating talking like this.
No, go ahead. I get what you're saying. You're saying
about something like that. I can't do it in this situation here because there's just too much stop and go, and it's just.
What are you talking about? You just talked for like 18 minutes straight.
It's just I can't. You know, the guy's like fucking incoherent at times here.
No, his stream just fucking ended out of nowhere. He lost connection. I totally get where you're coming from. You're saying that you're mentioned so many times. Mention something else. Stop talking about me over and over again. That's what you're saying.
That's just one of many complaints that like I have right now.
Right.
And
that makes sense.
Hey, listen, if they're viable complaints, they are. If they're not, they're not.
What do you think as far as the rap battle being rigged, the donations being not fair?
I also want to give credit where credit is due. I have heard Scott say good things about me in the past, just like I've said good things about him. I have heard Davey and Mars say great things about us. I have heard Young say good things about me personally, us all together. I have heard these guys do that. So there's both sides of it.
Right.
But Scott goes on there, and my complaint is, don't think that you are going to go on to your shit and say whatever you want and not hear somebody rebuttal it. You know what I mean? And right now, Scott's on a fucking high for some reason. I don't know what it is. He thinks he's right about everything. And you know how he can get abrasive like that. You were friends with him for a while. When Scott thinks he's right about something, there is no changing his mind.
Well, put it this way. Even when I did the interview with Scott and a bunch of other people, he's highly controversial. He's known to be highly controversial. That's like Scott's MO. So it's not even the fact that he's putting on a show or anything like that. That's the guy's personality.
Look, let me put it this way. He says to me, and I heard the little jokes. I know what they're doing. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I heard the little jokes of, at the end of the day, and I heard that so many times this week. Like,
Right.
Listen, you don't want to talk to me, don't fucking talk to me. Don't sit there and plagiarize me. Like, if you don't want to be friends with me and you don't want to talk to me, fucking say it straight up. I don't have time to bullshit around. I'll fucking waste my time with. I'll go call another person up and hit somebody else up who actually gives a shit that I'm talking to them or I'm contacting them. You know what I mean? So tell me you don't like me. Tell me you don't want to speak to me. I won't take offense to it because honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I don't need to fucking beat around the bush here. If you don't like
Joe Compton in the chat said he brings the heat on himself.
Yeah, well, I mean well, we all know that. But what I'm saying is like, you don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. You want to sit there and fucking talk shit behind my back? That's a whole nother thing. Like,
well, let me just tell you, even
that's
with the
fine.
whole thing that happened with me, I didn't really comment on it, which I will, but I'll make it short.
Every time something happens to Low on the show and they start questioning Low, like Young, I mean, they start questioning Young. He goes like this. They're like, yeah, well, Young, why did you do this and why did you let this person in the room? All of a sudden he'll go, yeah, what about this thing with Young Republic? I mean, with Cunny Creos. And they're like, yeah, but we're talking about you. Why did you let this person in here?
Right.
And all of a sudden again he goes, what about Cunny Creos situation?
The same thing happened with me when I did the live stream of Rocky.
Totally deflecting everything.
I took a lot of fucking heat for doing that live stream of Rocky, but yet nobody looked at the fact of Lucky Low didn't say anything. Lucky Low didn't attack anybody personally. Even though it was like Rocky against the whole community, I took the heat for even having him on. Now,
but you know what? Rightfully so, because it did look like you made like this slick snake move.
Right, and I took responsibility for the fact that he was on the live stream with me. But what people don't realize is beforehand, we had an agreement not to discuss certain things. It wasn't supposed to go that way. Now, I'm not going to sit there and have to explain myself to anybody. They don't deserve an explanation.
Listen, like I was saying before, let me get this out. The bottom line is he's going to make his remarks and say what he wants and have his thoughts and what he thinks are his truths, right? And nobody's going to change that, right? Nobody's going to change what I believe. Nobody's going to change what the next person believes. Probably not. So the way that I see it is if you say something that I don't agree with and I fucking rebuttal it, don't be mad about it. Don't get butthurt about it. It is what it is. Don't hold a grudge. Don't think like, oh no, now we're going to war. Like, calm the fuck down.
It's okay for him to say something.
Exactly. Like, you know, yeah. Like, come on now. We're all grown fucking men here. You know what I mean? Like, we're all grown men. Let's stop beating around the bush here. You don't want to talk. You don't want to be friends with somebody. Just spit it out. All right. There's no reason.
Sometimes that happens to be the better solution. Just to part ways. If you guys are going to keep arguing like this. That's not helpful.
And everything that I said about the DMs and being threatened about DMs, and I got the DMs. He tells me different things in the DMs. Yeah, you know what, dude? You leave me so many fucking messages and so many things about other people. It's like, how can you in a fucking 7-month span not have something of me saying something that might sound misconstrued or fucked up to some people? You know what? Play the DMs. Go and play my DMs and see what it does for you. Because
what does that prove?
It proves nothing, because everything that I've ever said to Scott, I'm not that stupid, okay? I may look dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I know that whatever I say to Scott could be held against me in a court of law one day, basically, if you know what I mean. I could be thrown out there and all my DMs put out there. So I already know that. That's why whatever I do talk to Scott about is exactly what I would bring up on a show or talk to the person right in front of their face.
I'm the same way. Whatever I say to anybody privately, I'll say to somebody.
Go and play DMs. There's no problem, because you want to know something? The one particular person that he's trying to say, hey, look at these DMs, look at these DMs. And I was told that Scott goes to people, I'm not going to say names, but I was told Scott goes somewhere every day and says, hey, he's talking shit about your back, behind your back, he's talking shit about you. And then come to me and say the same thing about me and about Joe and about this and about that. And I'm like, listen, I don't speak to Scott about other people. And you could ask Scott this too. He'll fucking probably be the first person to tell you. Me and Scott don't talk about other people in the community.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that it goes too far when it gets to the point that
I ended that
people are coming to you to mediate?
When I became friends with Scott again, I told him straight up, don't talk to me about other people in the community. I'm not going to.
Not just Scott. I'm saying anybody. Anybody in general.
So with the DMs, he can go and play him all he wants. Joe knows that I was frustrated with him, just like he's been frustrated with me. He knows, and you guys know it too, my guys that I work with. You guys know my frustrations. Things were fucked up for a while. We went from having JB and me and Joe doing our thing cohesively. Everything was great.
Show.
On the shows that we were doing together, the three of us, everything was going great. And then everything went to shit. So like the last 8 months have been very trying to keep things going and to actually have
I think
relationships.
you guys had a lot of chemistry. You, JB, and Joe.
And now you add like all that shit that happened between JB, Joe, and the whole thing, right? And then you add in the couple of people who like the shit stir, and then you add in a Scott McKinnon, and you add in like a couple other situations, and of course, me and Joe's relationship is going to be strained by that. There's no doubt about it because people are chirping and
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Does it
chirping and
think that it affects you when these random people come to you to mediate their issues?
No, because I don't let nobody tell me anything that I wouldn't pick up on myself already know.
Right, but if say it has nothing to do with you whatsoever, and these people come to you to mediate for them, like, do you feel that that affects you in any way?
No.
Because you're taking on somebody else's problem.
No, it doesn't affect me because I don't let it affect me. I don't let somebody's screenshot or somebody's timestamp affect like how I feel and what I do. Now I have jumped the gun before, and I will admit that I have been told something by somebody and I flipped the fuck out and I'm a cold out person.
I think we all made that mistake at one
And
point.
I've done that before, and so is Scott. He's done that plenty of times. Where he took the gun with Cunny Chris once, where he thought Chris said something about him, and he went after Chris.
Yeah, he did.
And then the next day he found out, like, oh shit, you're right, it wasn't him. And I was like,
We all
yeah,
make mistakes.
yeah, we all make mistakes. So why hold me to my mistake and not hold yourself to yours? You know what I mean? What makes you better than me? That your mistakes get to be swept under the carpet, but mine don't.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
I get it, yeah.
I don't know. There's like a double standard, and he's the one who calls out these double standards and these agendas. But meanwhile, he seems like the one with the double standard and the agenda. Like, honestly, you know, he's on that show telling the young Republican, you better watch how you tread here, man. You're on a very, tight treading area.
What does that mean?
Like, meaning, like, if you fuck up, you're out. Like, man, we're giving you... And then he went into the whole thing of, like, don't forget who fucking had your back. And he did mention me, which I appreciate him saying that. But he's, like, warning young Republican. Meanwhile, Scott fucked up, like, 5 or 6 times already with these guys. And apologized up and down. And he's over there warning fucking young Republican. Like, what reality do you come from? And in this reality... Is this real life in this reality?
Not for nothing. Look at the battle that you and Scott have been through.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's pretty similar.
Never go through that again, man. I don't think I could be hurt any more than I already got hurt in this fucking community already by him. With my fucking address being put out there, with all this threatening shit happening to me, and I'm not...
It shouldn't get to the point where people want to leave the community. I mean, that's a little too far.
And that's what happens, man. You're getting some people who really sponsored and really fucking love what other people are doing and were willing to fucking put their sweat and blood into what another person is doing to make it that much better, so it's them to enjoy. It's like an investment in some... For some reason, these people are being driven away by Scott, and it's plain simple. They are being driven away by.
No, if they're driven away, it's because they drove themselves away. I don't believe that somebody can actually make it.
I'm telling you what people are saying. Okay, I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what people are saying.
That's just my opinion.
Well, I'm telling you right now that if you go ask any of these people that have left why they left, they'll tell you their reason leaving is Scott.
Right, but we're all adults. We can choose to watch a show, enjoy it, and not let something bother us. That's why they make a block button. I mean, you don't have to deal with it. Why would you leave a community because of one person?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't agree with like some of the moves that some people have made, like Shell, leaving and coming and going every fucking other week. This person.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
I'm not part of the community. Now I'm part of the community again. Now I'm not part of the community. Now I'm part of the... just listen. If you want to fucking flip-flop around like a fucking fish out of water, go right ahead. But don't involve me when you're flapping around on the fucking boat. Don't bother me with it. Okay? Stop telling everybody, I'm leaving, I'm coming back. I'm leaving, I'm coming back. I'm leaving, I'm coming back.
And I feel like it is very stressful on these people. Like, it's starting to take a toll.
It's well stressful to everybody if you let the stress get to you in this shit. If you let it get to you, then yeah, it's stressful, period. So the bottom line is, listen, like I said, I'm not at war with Scott. I never will be again. I don't care. You can go and play my DMs till you're fucking blue in the face. You can go and talk shit about me all you want. I am not going to respond and get in a fight with you, and I am not being in a fucking constant war like we were over the summer. I'm just not going to that area again. I don't have the patience or the time for it. You know what I mean? So, as far as any of those other guys go, they know how I feel about them. I talk to them individually. They know the deal. I don't got fucking shit to hide. There's nothing going on that is a conspiracy, and they know that. So I know they know.
No, I think you're pretty much giving your opinion just like everybody else has.
And that's it, plain and simple. You know what I mean? Like, they might not agree with everything I'm saying. That's fine. I don't agree with everything they say. You know what I mean? So it's all good. We have a common ground to stand on, though. You know what I mean?
It sucks that everybody can't get along and have a good time. And just, you know,
yeah, and listen, you want to come on here, you want to do shows where you fucking call people out and call the people out that
you used to do that, though.
Yeah, you feel that you should be calling out and, hey, look at this person. This person's doing this, and they should be, brought to justice for it, so to say, or called out on it. So, all right, I dig that. I get that. But to come in and to go on somebody's time slot, like, just like a big fuck you, like, hey, now we're going to jump. Like, what did he do to them? I don't understand what he did to them.
Listen, as far as the show goes itself.
They don't like Drew. They don't have to like Drew at all. They don't have to like.
But it has nothing to do with who they like or dislike. I think the show itself.
Why would you jump into Drew's spot? I don't get, like, why would you jump into that dude's time zone? I just don't get, like, why they would do that.
Because they could do whatever they want. I mean, it's a free country. They can do anything.
No shit. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, no shit. I know that. They know that. We all know that they can do whatever they want. But, like, why do that to Drew? Is he that big of a dick? Is Drew that big of an asshole that fired back at them and said all this shit about them personally, or said, hey, fuck these guys, or fuck this? He hasn't said any of that to them. He hasn't even fired back at them. He stayed quiet. They ripped him to shreds some nights, dude. Come on, man. Like, they ripped him to shreds. I mean, I was joking around about him last night, too. But, like, these guys were, like, saying, like, fucking fucked up shit. The show sucks. He's horrible.
Yeah, but listen, if they want it, okay, say what you're saying is correct, and they just ripped Drew apart for no reason, and he said nothing, and he's innocent, and he's an angel.
No,
they're going to do damage to themselves at that point.
I'm saying he's innocent and he's an angel. They have complaints about him.
Man,
they ripped him a new ass. He never fired back at them or said one fucking thing really back to them, and just let them, okay, whatever, that's the way they feel about me. Okay, that's it. He dealt with it. He moved on. And then they go on his own time zone, and then they call the show off the rails. Like, derailed, off the rails. Like, why are you guys fucking dogging that dude so hard? Like, why?
Now, as far as a time slot, is that just like out of respect? You're saying, like, don't go on my time because out of respect for being friends with each other?
They've been on shows together.
Well, I'm just trying to figure, I just want to figure it out.
Mars has been on the same show as fucking Drew plenty of times with Joe, with me. Davey's been on plenty of shows, been in plenty of chats.
Now, say these guys are all friends with each other and this happens. Now, if they choose to be friends with them again, then whose fault is that?
Well, listen, I'm sure if you ask them, are they friends with Drew? Like, do you guys consider Drew a friend? They're going to probably say no, right? So then that goes into, all right, then who gives a fuck what time I broadcast? He's not my friend. I don't owe him anything. I could broadcast whatever time. But we all know it was done on purpose. It wasn't that, oh, we need this time zone. It's the only time for us that we can go live. It was done on purpose. It was called off the rails because it derailed. So we all saw it. We all see what you do.
What was the point of that?
I guess the market, like, we're competition now. We're like, we're your competition. We're coming in and we're going to be competition. That's what I took from it.
Right. So maybe it was friendly, like friendly competition. Spice things up a little bit.
I like that idea. That's pretty cool, but I don't think it was like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, I didn't see it, so I can't really comment on it. But that's what I'm just trying to go with.
There's nothing to see. The facts are, they went on his time slot and called it off the rails, and they basically are telling him, hello, we're coming for your time and your people who watch you. That's basically what was said, right? Won't you agree with that?
What, as far as being on the same time slot as one another?
Yeah, like, why else would they do that?
Now, even so, even if they don't like each other, that's what I'm saying. That's up to them. They're grown men. If that's what they want to do with themselves, then so be it.
What the fuck they
now,
want.
being on Keeping It 100 and us, like starting from those roots back then, I look at it as they're doing something similar. Yeah, it's not the same, but it's the same concept.
But we didn't go to a community and say, hey, you know what? We're going to go on the same time as Joe and we're going to start doing wrestling.
But we also weren't in a community at that point. So
Okay.
we can't really say that.
You weren't. You're right. But we were in other communities before we were in this one.
Right. These people pretty much embraced us.
Yeah,
and,
I know. Go into other communities when we were in other communities when we first got started and say, hey, let's do a show during this person's show just to tell them we're in competition with them.
Right.
And especially somebody that they know Drew. You know what I mean? They've all mingled with each other a million times. You know, it's just, and Drew doesn't say shit about it back to them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, but
Chris, you're alive?
But he did.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I didn't, you know.
Drew went on fucking Twitter, and I still didn't see exactly or hear exactly what he said yet. But what I got from it, from people telling me, was that he basically said that he is banning Scott and wants nothing to do with him, and he will not ruin his show. And he donated his money back to him that Scott donated to him. He gave the money back to Scott and banned him.
And what do you think Scott would say? He would say thanks for the content, because that's what they're doing over there. They're covering stuff like that. People that they feel have agendas, that they feel, you know, have drama. That's the whole point of the show, and I get that. So that's why I don't take it to heart. That's why I said, as far as people leaving the community, I feel like if they feel emotional about it and it's starting to take a toll, then at that point, that's when you just hit the block button. Either that or, I mean, speak up, defend yourself.
Well, look, this is what I'm going to say in closing on this. Is what I'm going to say is, he threatens with the DMs and the whole fucking thing. Like, you know, people are going to hear something that they haven't heard come out of my mouth anyway, behind the scenes. And you want to threaten me with the fucking DMs, man, go right ahead and play them. Because I'll say what I said on those right now, if you want me to. You call me out and you tell me, what's this? And you ask me the question, I will answer it honestly.
But why does it have to get to that point? It's so
I don't
dumb.
know. I don't know. But all I do know is that me and Joe have went at each other. We have took pop shots at each other. We have said grimy shit and talked to other people about our frustrations. And at the end of the day, right, I am still cool with Joe, and I still always care for Joe and his family, because I do know him and his family, and I do remain loyal to him, because he was the guy who fucking embraced me.
Well, I hope you guys can work it out.
No, we did. And you know what? We come to the conclusion, like, you know, we need to just do what, you know, he needs to do what he does, and I need to do what I need to do, and we need to support each other while we do it, because it's the right thing to do for each other. You know, we've been fucking friends for like 2 years now, and there's been a lot of shit that's gone on. And it's the same thing with Scott. Like, I was, when the time came to be cool with him again and shake hands and move on from our situation, that's what I did. That's what he did. So basically the same thing is happening with me and Jim. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of rocky and a lot of times, but the bottom line is, you know, are you able to fucking do the right thing and move on from that and put it under the rug and move forward? You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. And if you do that,
that's the problem. When you guys have good chemistry, you guys have a great show. You guys were really good together on Monetize This. It's a shame that happened with JB and Joe. Hopefully they could work that out. But, you know, I know that's a different situation and I'm not going to touch on.
Yeah, I don't get involved in that.
Joe.
You know, JB was a good friend of mine too. You know what I mean? So it's like, I never got involved in that, and I just wouldn't get involved in that.
Right. It sucks that you guys just can't work out your differences and just, you know, be cool with one another. And that's why I asked you, do you feel like other people get in the way? You were kind of leaning towards, you know, it has a lot to do with Scott, but that's what I was saying.
No, I wasn't leaning towards that, saying that has to do a lot to do with Scott. There's a lot of variables besides Scott that weigh on mine and Joe's relationship. A lot more than just Scott. But Scott can be one of the major thorns in our relationship, because it's being told that, you know, he's going and playing both sides and saying this and saying that and then saying this and saying that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're doing that, but yet you come in front of everybody and you tell everybody, I don't want to see these guys break up. I want to see them, you know, keep doing what they're doing. I love what they do and blah, 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 this and that. But me, realistically, is that really the truth? Because the shit that I'm hearing doesn't say that that's the truth. You know what I mean? So it's like, but that's fine. That's fine, man. You know, I'm still even willing to just be like, all right, whatever, dude. You know,
That's why I always say communication is key. If you don't have communication with one another, you're never going to know what's going on.
I wasn't perfect during this whole thing either, and I fucked up too. So I'm willing to just be like whatever and just bury it and move on. But listen, he's gonna do a show where he's gonna talk about whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and bring up any situation he wants, and there's no holes barred. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. He's not gonna lean and say, oh, you know, you I won't talk about, or you I will talk about, and you know. Things will happen in the future, and hopefully we can handle it.
That's why I like the rap battle, because it kind of takes us away from all the drama for a while.
Right. I like something different, man. That's why
it's something fun. It's something entertaining.
I love to keep doing shit like this. You know what I mean? Like,
right, you get to hear talented people.
Yeah, dude.
That you would never known you could even rap to begin with.
Like, look at the fucking. I keep thinking of this album that was made. Like these songs that were made for this battle so far are like.
You need to make an album with all these different songs. A lot of people are asking about that.
Their music, you know what I mean? So I'd have to get like the okay from them to like, you know, do something with it. You know what I mean? In a sense, and put it all on like one album and be like, you know, here's the rap battle album.
Right.
Some shit. I don't know, but maybe we'll talk about that when it's all said and done.
I mean, even the song parodies that you do on different episodes, I think that you should put that in an album in itself.
Yeah, that's another thing. He's on there going, that Young Republican owns my head, and Young Republican gets under my skin more than anybody and anything. And I'm like, Scott did, and I'm like, Scott, like, how could you even make that statement? Like, Young Republican is the guy that I'll go and call him Ashtray Head the first time I did, and for a week and a half, this guy was almost suicidal in his house.
Well, let me clarify that. I was actually the one who said that.
He wouldn't.
Funny, somebody in the chat said it's a little too loud. The gameplay.
He wouldn't. Oh, the gameplay is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to really lower it. Hold on.
Just leave it.
No, you got to go to your settings, dude. I don't want that gameplay too loud because you can get a copyright for that shit. That's why I asked you not to do that.
Yeah, but I don't know how to adjust it.
It's not monetized though.
You got to go to the settings. Yeah, dude, you can get fucked for it.
Yeah, but we don't monetize our videos.
Doesn't matter. You can still get fucked for it.
That sucks. YouTube sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chris don't care though, right?
I lowered it as best I could.
All right, so the whole thing about with Young and all that, you pretty much just laugh and joke around with the guy. It's not even that serious, so I don't know why he would even say that.
Listen, I'm not going to come on here and tell you what mine and Young's relationship is or what we talk about or anything like that. All I'm going to say is, like, just listen, if he really thinks that, like, he's wrong about a lot of things, Scott, and he just don't see it. But it's all good. I'm not going to sit up here and make a list of everything that he got wrong or he got right and read it back to him. Like, the bottom line is what I said before. Like, you dogged out certain parts of the rap battle contest, and you sat there and said, I knew that was going to happen. These people were going to vote against me, these agenda motherfuckers. Of course you knew it. You fucking put them into...
Holy shit, I just killed Chris.
You put them into your rap song. Of course you knew they were going to fucking say something. You put them into the song. It was like you set yourself up for it. It was like, here you go. If there was a chance of you guys thinking about being cool with me and actually giving me points towards a rap battle that you thought...
Yeah, but he can't get mad. He already knew that it was a serious thing. It wasn't like a joke.
Well, listen, when you go and you call somebody a pedophile...
Yeah, that's crossing the line.
And really mean it, that's a fucked up thing to do, man. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, you go and claim somebody might be a pedophile. That's a fucked up thing right there, dude. Really fucked up thing, man. And once again, it was done to somebody who has supported all the shows in this fucking, whole entire community. He's supported all the shows in the community, all of them. If you have a show, odds are he helps support you if you're in this community. Why hate on a guy who does that? You know,
right, that doesn't make any sense to attack somebody that never did anything.
Has he ever went to any one of these guys or anything and said, hey, can you guys do me a favor and do this for me? Or, hey, guys, I want to do this and I want that. Or, guys, hey, can you, and their problem is, oh, no, he went to Joe and he said, I don't want Scott on the stream no more. And if you get rid of him, if you don't get rid of him, then I'm out of here. I'm not going to listen to you.
Yeah, but nobody should be able to dictate who comes on the show at all. No matter how much they don't.
No shit. They shouldn't. Like, I agree with that.
Right,
what
that's bullshit.
He never did that.
And I like him. I just think that anybody that tries to dictate a show.
Did that.
did that.
All right, I don't know. I'm just saying. In
Well,
general, that's
the
what
problem.
happened.
He never did that. He never said, I don't want this guy on there, and if he continues to come on there, I won't be on there no more. He never said him or God. He never said that.
Just like before, everybody has a right to their own opinion. So what are you going to do about it? I mean, it is what it is. If
Yeah.
this is what people want to cover, we covered shit like that as well. It's going to mold into something different, just like everything else.
You don't go so long fucking talking shit about people, or even talking about your own personal shit, like Scott seems to do with the live stream. Because to Scott, it's not about coming up with, you know, it's not like really, you know, talking about like other YouTubers, big YouTubers like Ice Poseidon or something. To Scott, it's more or less like calling out who he
Well,
thinks
it's
is
about the community in general.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like that was the difference between our show and their show. Our show was like covering the YouTubers, you know, but we also spoke about that, you know, were this is so fucking annoying, this fucking thing, man.
What, the gameplay's distracting you, right?
Can you believe this shit? Unbelievable, man.
What?
Fuck are you?
Anyway,
Listen, those guys over there, I give more power to them. They're doing a good job. I get the whole thing. I get what they're doing. They get, you know, whoever they talk shit about, whether it's for content or not, people just need to have a sense of humor. And if they don't find it funny and it's, you know, they cross the line, then that's on them. But as far as what
that's
they're
what I'm
doing,
saying. Like, listen, some of the stuff that's said is funny that they'll say about me. Then yeah, like if
I
they're
mean, a lot
joking
of
around and
people
it's
say
funny, if they're joking around and it's funny, then yeah, then that's like, how can you really get butthurt over that? Like I do the same thing. Like how could I dare call somebody out for making a joke about me when I make jokes about a ton of people? So I get
saying
that.
it was therapeutic when they first started coming out with the.
I get that part, but now you know it's like, don't lose focus what you're really up there for. You know what I mean? Like, but listen, that's their own thing. They do what they do. I just give advice. I'm not fucking telling people what they should, what they shouldn't have. And all I know is when you mention me, I'm gonna defend myself. If I don't agree with you, then hey, you should be able to. All right, we don't agree with each other and move on. You know, like Scott thinks because of what I said last night on the show. Like now I'm not as like I'm at war with him and you know all this and that. Like I will never go to war with you ever again, Scott. Get that through your head. I will never ever fight with you again. I just won't do it. You could sit there and call me names all you want. You could play a million voice messages to a million different people.
I don't want to keep harping on it, but what I don't understand is why can't you guys talk in DMs to each other? Why does it have to be to the point where it's brought onto a show without knowledge of the person knowing and things said and they can't go to the person and just.
I'm the one who said it out of nowhere last night. I'm the one who did that. So that was on my mind. I wanted to talk about it, and I'm not going to sit there on eggshells and walk around like some other.
Shouldn't have to.
Hey guys, I'm gonna just go pee real quick. I'm sorry, I just wanted to tell you that.
You know what I'm saying, Lo? I'm not going to walk around on eggshells to Scott. I'm not going to do it. I see some other people that I know. I can say names right now, but I'm not going to say them. All right. That walk around on eggshells to Scott because maybe they're afraid that this guy's got an outlet or something. I don't fucking care.
It doesn't make sense.
He's always had an outlet. He can go on his channel and talk shit for fucking 5 hours if he wants.
Yeah, but walking on eggshells, why?
Well, there are some people who do that, dude. Like, look at Billy Ricky's score, okay, for the fucking rap battle. Look at the score that he gave Scott for his song that he gave him. Like, I know that.
What was it again? Just refresh my memory.
18.
I know it was high.
It was an 18, dude.
Holy shit.
Okay, like, all right, I didn't complain about that. I could have turned around and said, Jesus Christ, man, I bring you in to do a fucking rap battle judge thing, and you throw this guy. I know, come on, man. I know that's buttering it up for him, but you know what? I also buttered up for him too a little bit and said, you know what? He did surprise me with the lyrics, so I gave him a couple.
He kind of got mad at me a little bit because of the fact that I gave him a lower score than Alex Payne.
Right, and then listen, this guy's getting mad at people for giving him a lower score than.
But he wasn't really mad. It was.
All right, this guy's pissed off because he lost to Alex. Sitting there complaining about it 3 days later and going, "It's bullshit. The whole thing needs to be changed. The voting is all fucking stupid. These side agenda assholes got in there. I knew it was going to happen.
It's a fucking test run. It's the first time we ever did anything like this before.
Exactly. And I said it at the beginning of it, like, we'll try it this way and we'll build on it and maybe we'll keep doing it. Or maybe we won't. And there was never once he's going over there and telling them, like, oh, he was all ready to quit and stop doing it and this and that. That's bullshit. It was never in my mind. Like, I might have went, you know what? I didn't want to do it now like that. I might have said that, but I'm kidding the fuck around. I would never turn my back on something I started. Like, are you kidding me? I would never think about quitting. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. He's going over there and telling these guys, like, yeah, he was all ready to quit the fucking thing. And they're like, Jesus Christ, like, he took it that personally.
Quit what, YouTube in general?
No, quit the fucking rap battle.
Oh, the rap battle.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I would never do that, like, over that. No, come on now, like. And then they're sitting over there getting the information that Scott's giving them, and they're thinking, like, oh, what a fucking pussy. Meanwhile, that's not even the truth. Like, I would never quit on the fucking thing just because Scott made a bad statement about it. Like, come on now, man. Like, these guys don't know me better than that already? Like, come on. You know?
No, I don't think...
Right.
Like I said, people are going to get upset no matter what happens, no matter what you do. It didn't matter what the rules are. You're always going to have somebody that disagrees with the way you do things. That's just the way it is. That's YouTube. There's always going to be somebody out there that has an opinion, that feels some kind of way.
Everyone happy. It's just never going to work. So
no, you're never going to make everyone happy. So
it's what it is.
What does it matter?
It is what it is.
Right. As long as you have fun, you have a good time.
It is what it is. Oh, it's better than fucking that. Better than whatever the fucking saying is. And tie-dye, Scott McKinnon tie-dye.
You're going to do all around too.
Scott McKinnon's tie-dye. He was making fun of, like, the shit I was saying. He's like, you know, sometimes Kenny doesn't sound right. He's fucking bumbling his words around. I'm like, this prick is saying that I bumble my words around. This toilet bowl licking fuck.
He had a couple drinks.
And he's saying that I mumble my words around after I fucking worked my ass off all week. Yeah, I was tired as fuck when he probably heard me, but I'm like, this prick can go and fucking say that. Meanwhile, he's got the worst fucking English sometimes in the fucking world. And he's talking about me. This guy. Fuck out of here. You know how many sound drops I can get if his fucking words up? Tons of them. It's just those little things that he, like, tries to, like, he says
Maybe
those.
he just said it out of anger.
No, but no. He goes on there and says those things, right? But then when he's on the phone with me and he's, like, talking to me, it's all, like, none of those things would ever be brought up.
Yeah, but sometimes we say things we don't mean when we're angry. I mean, come on.
On his show saying, Ken's a different guy when he talks to me privately. Okay, so is Scott. Scott's a different guy.
Different how?
Like, aren't we all different when we talk to our friends a little? Like, different than what we are to people who don't know us? Like, hello? Like, I don't treat just some guy I met 3 days ago the same way that I would treat Mars or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't treat somebody I just met 2 hours ago the same way that I would treat Billy Ricky. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I know these people for a while. There's a difference, you know? Like, you know the people. You know,
ADTR said, why does a lot of people play this game on PC? I prefer the console. Yeah, I prefer the console too, man. PC, I don't know why so many people still play PC. I know it was big back in the day, but, you know, I think a lot of people prefer to have a console because that's just the way it is. It's, like, trendy. It's edgy.
Edgy.
It's edgy.
Edgy.
Bless you.
Alright, come on, Chris. Get me. Put in a little work.
Sorry, Chris.
I'm on a killing spree right now.
Alright, that's great.
Yeah, man. Eventually, people do get tired of drama. I mean, a lot of people do love it, though. So, if they could take drama and put it somewhere else, I'm all for it.
Well, what do you mean?
I actually prefer the drama not on the regular show. If they want to take the drama and put it on a different platform, why not?
That's what they're thinking?
No, that's my opinion. I'm saying if these other people want to conduct the show based on drama, and it's not on our show, more power to them. They're taking the drama and they're taking it away from their show, and that's what they want to do, then that's fine. some things that you don't agree with as far as the way it's been handled. But saying the show itself, I don't see anything wrong with it. And if anybody's hurt by it, or upset, hit the block button. That's the
Yeah, exactly. I hear you.
solution. And if anybody calls you a pussy, you're not going to see it anyway because you're blocked.
Yep. And you know what? Me and Joe were not on the same page for a while, and we were taking shots at each other. And you know, and I'm not saying that Scott had to do with that. I'm not saying that he's the fault of that. You know, let me make that clear. I'm not saying Scott is the absolute fault of that. Like I said before, and I did say this before, there was a lot of different things that came into play that would make me and Joe like have a rocky relationship for the last couple of months. And one of them was JB, you know, the whole situation with that, like, and like a couple other things. You know, he's getting a house, and it's like fucking, I gotta fucking, oh shit, Drew the gatekeeper. You hear that?
No.
Wait, hold on. Shit. Ow.
I was actually trying to see if I can add the guy in, but I don't have him on my list.
Our whole team's backing out.
Yeah, you know what? I'm getting tired of getting fucking killed every 2 seconds.
Drew, shout out to you, brother. Testes, testes, testes. Like I said,
I'm about to throw this Xbox out the fucking window.
It's us 3 against these guys.
I'm getting blocked.
We have to take this.
What do we have? Drew in the chat?
I think so.
I'd love to hear what you have to say. I didn't get to see any of the shows last night, so everybody's saying it's so exciting. All right, we lost.
Jesus.
That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, Drew, do I not have the Streamlabs set up right, Ken?
What do you mean? Oh, what, for you to get the...
Yeah.
I got the donation. Like it came in on my end.
Yeah, right.
What?
Right.
The fuck is wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, you're like a fucking idiot.
I'm like an idiot. What do you mean I'm like an idiot?
Because you're like...
Yeah. Did I unlock a new... No, I didn't.
All right, we'll do one more Nuketown. We're experiencing a little bit of lag.
Yeah?
On my end.
I'm good right now.
All right, here we go, Nuketown.
Nuke that bitch.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of new shows and a lot of new and upcoming shows. I mean, they're getting better and better. They're starting to mold. They're starting to, you know, shape into these different types of shows, different styles of shows. And I think it's great to have around a community. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't see any problem with it, except for the fact of the different wars, the different cliques. You know, when it starts to get to a point where it's starting to stress people out physically, then that's a problem. But other than that, I think all these other people having different shows and doing their own thing, I don't see anything wrong with that.
What?
Nessa says quiet. Vikings winning.
What does that mean, Nessa?
Not MN Vikings. That's for fucking sure.
No, I don't think he's won anything in his life.
Oh my god. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I'm gonna take a piss.
All right.
Make sure you talk over everything.
Oh my God. Well, what do you think about this whole thing, Chris? You didn't really comment at all tonight.
Yeah, because I don't really give a fuck.
Well, not even if you give a fuck.
About what? About Scott?
Thoughts? Anything in general.
I mean, it's all bullshit at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, look, we all live our own lives, you know.
All bullshit you don't have to deal with, right?
That is true.
No, what do you mean I don't got to deal? What do you mean I don't got to deal with it?
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, you don't have to deal with it. You're lucky.
Bro, like Chris, the only thing that happened with Chris is I think he got in a fight with Viking. Not really so much with Scott. But Chris came out with the diss, he ripped him apart, and that was pretty much the end of it.
Pretty much, yeah. And Vikings is yet to...
Vikings came on looking like Rocky Balboa.
Fire breaks now.
The guy was screaming at the top of his lungs.
Fucking low, and I'm back.
In the building.
I'm loving it.
Get me one of those voice machines.
Okay.
He's loving it. Yeah. Got a guy in the window, Chris. Why you snipe his fucking head off?
I just got serious lag.
What?
When a guy heals himself, it looks like he's shooting up some heroin.
Deploy beacon online.
I got such bad lag right now, it's not even funny.
Dude, after this, I'm fucking finished. I can't stand fucking getting killed.
Make it official. Task UAV above my location.
I think dying a fucking 1,000 times is more annoying than a drama in the community. And this fucking thing is lagging like crazy.
Wasted.
I'm back to normal now.
Dude, I just ran through a wall.
Deploy Hellstorm on my grid.
Yeah, thank you to everybody that came out and chill with us tonight in the chat. Shout out to the nation.
Mission objectives green
Nice,
across the
one.
board. Government forces take the win.
Jesus. Guy shot himself up with some Krizak.
Done with this game.
Done with the game?
Finished.
Alright. So I guess that concludes our...
That's it. We'll see everybody next time for Wednesday night. Foulmouth's Live, where we're gonna have round 2 of the rap battle.
Yeah, all three.
Everybody's gonna go.
All three final. Well, it's, not final, but all three... You know what I mean.
Right, I'll say it one more time.
Thank you for checking out Mr. Cunny Chris and the Lucky Low Man's Gameplay Confessions.
Oh yeah.
That's the Gameplay Confessions.
Right. Next time we'll choose a better game where we don't die over and over again. So it's a little more exciting for you guys.
We love you guys.
That we do.
All right.
Mad.
Love you.
Love you when you're mad.
Love you when you're mad, guys. Drew, the bear, Nessa,
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
That's it. Shout out to the chat.
80TR, even though I think he bounced before. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. I am Mr. Cunny Chris.
I am Mr. Cunny.
Nah, later, guys.
All right, peace out.
Later.